Okay, so get ready because AI video just went next level, right?
Next level.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like, remember a couple days ago, everyone was freaking out about, AI making videos just from text.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll forget that.
No, it's old news.
So old. It's like we blinked and went from like, I don't know, black and white film to full on IMAX,
Wow, that fast, huh?
It's insane. And it all comes down to this video to video AI thing, especially this Runway ML Gen 3 alpha release. Have you had a chance to play around with that at all?
A little bit, yeah.
What's going on though?
It's huge. Like, this isn't just a little update. This changes everything. Gen 3 Alpha, it's like we're moving past just text prompts now.
Yeah.
We're talking about AI that can grab, like, existing video footage and just mess with it directly. Imagine changing a whole scene with a click, adding stuff, new styles, but it still looks crazy realistic.
And it looks good. Like it's not
That's the thing.
It's not some cheap thing.
Yeah.
I saw that demo, Runway's CEO, Cristobal Valenzuela, shared they took a white t-shirt and turned it into an ocean, like a crazy ocean scene.
I saw that. That was...
With Gen 3 Alpha, it blew my mind.
It was so cool about that demo isn't just, how cool it looks, but what it says about the tech behind it.
Oh, the AI.
It isn't just like pasting a new look on the shirt. It's figuring out how the fabric should move, the light on the water, even how the waves would crash. It's like, it's the physics of it, to make it look real.
This is huge. Imagine, like, for filmmakers, animators, even, like, anyone making stuff for social media, no more spending hours on, like, frame-by-frame effects.
Right.
It's a game changer.
Total game changer. You know what it reminds me of?
What?
Noah Atkins learning the C project from way back, like, 2017.
Yeah.
He was talking about AI that could, like, understand and play with visuals the way we do, intuitively. Gen 3 Alpha, it feels like we're getting closer
to that.
You know?
And just when you thought things couldn't get any wilder.
Right. Hold my Drake.
Tencent just drops this ball out.
They did, didn't they? Out of nowhere.
Like, we're already freaking out about Gen 3 Alpha, and then bam, Tencent's like, hold my drink.
Exactly.
And it's not just some little thing. They released the whole code base.
I know, right? Open source?
For this thing called Depth Crafter, which sounds like something, straight out of science fiction.
It kind of is when you really think about it.
So break it down for me. What is Depth Crafter? What's it doing?
Okay, so basically they figured out how to give AI depth perception, like how we see the world in 3D.
Okay, hold on, back up. How can AI see depth?
It's not literally seeing, of course, but it's processing information in a similar way. Imagine you're looking at a photograph that's flat, right? Two-dimensional. But with Depth Crafter, it's like the AI can figure out how far away each thing in that photo is, like it's creating a 3D map in its brain.
Whoa, okay, so it's not just seeing a bunch of pixels, it understands, like, what's closer, what's farther away.
Exactly. It builds a whole depth map of the scene, kind of like a 3D blueprint, but for video. And get this, they showed it off with these unprojected point cloud sequences.
Unprojected point. Okay, you're losing me.
It sounds way more complicated than it is, I promise. Imagine taking a video and, like, breaking it down into millions of tiny dots. Each dot represents a point in space, and, here's the kicker, has info on how far away it is from the camera. It's kind of like those old 3D posters where you cross your eyes, the image pops out, except instead of a still image, it's a whole moving video broken down into these depth points.
Okay, so the AI is basically seeing a 3D version of a 2D video. That's pretty wild.
Right. It's not just recognizing objects anymore. It's understanding where they are in relation to each other and to us, the viewers. And this ties in with Gen 3 Alpha in a really interesting way.
Okay, yeah, I was just thinking that it feels like everything's coming together here.
Right. Like, we've got Runway ML over there. They're all about visuals and style, making things look amazing. Then you've got Tencent tackling this whole depth perception thing, this 3D understanding. What happens when you combine those?
We're not just talking about, like, AI making cool effects anymore. It could create whole scenes that feel real, with characters that move around and interact like real people.
And it's already happening. Yeah. Have you seen John Finger's work? He's a VFX artist. Been messing around with Gen 3 Alpha.
No. What's he doing?
Well, he's shown that it can keep characters looking the same across different shots. Like consistent.
Right.
And get this, he even got it to generate footage from a first-person POV.
No way. Like, you're inside the movie.
Exactly. And these features aren't even out to the public yet. Imagine what filmmakers could do with this.
Okay, seriously, this is some holodeck from Star Trek stuff. It's mind-blowing. And we haven't even gone to Gen 48 yet.
Right. This is huge.
This year's competition is going to be insane. Imagine the films people are going to make with Gen 3 Alpha.
Can you imagine? This is just the beginning.
Gen 48, right. Every year it's like, oh, filmmakers pushing the limits. But this
That's the
year,
ball game, right?
totally. With Gen 3 Alpha, it's like we're exploring uncharted territory.
What gets me about Gen 48, it's like you've got these crazy complex AI tools, but then you put them with artists.
Right.
And suddenly it's not just ones and zeros, it's about creativity, finding new ways to tell stories.
Yeah, and this year it's not even a choice Gen 3 Alpha. Mandatory. They've got whole categories built around it too. Inciting incidents, archetypes, locations, makes you think.
Right.
Imagine a whole
short film where the thing that kicks off the story, like the inciting incident, is a character just vanishing, poof, gone, and it's all done with Gen 3. Or a film set in some, time-shifted realm.
Okay, what?
I know, right? It's wide open. Whatever that even looks like, the AI brings it to life. The possibilities. Endless, man.
It's like giving someone a paintbrush that can paint whole worlds at once. It's insane. Like a few years ago, AI video was basically just messing around. Now it's making movies.
Yeah, it's the real deal now. And that's what's so cool about Gen 48, We have no clue what to expect. If it's anything like past years, we're in for a wild ride.
We might see things we've literally never seen before, told in ways I couldn't even imagine a couple of years ago. And it's not just about, movies getting cooler.
All right,
Yeah.
bigger than that.
It's messing with the line between what's real and what's, AI made. If AI can make stuff that looks this real, what even is creativity anymore?
Right. It's a good question, and I don't think there's an easy answer. But maybe
that's the whole point.
Maybe it's not about replacing us, our creativity. Maybe it's about pushing it further, making us rethink what we even think is possible.
So as we wrap things up here, go check it out for yourselves, right? Dive into Gen 48. Watch the films, play around with Gen 3 Alpha, Depth Crafter, see what it's all about, the future of video. It's here, and it's pretty mind-blowing.